Oh, as we approach the end of what is Nelson Mandela Month, it's an ongoing theme, when it's do what you can with what you have, where you are, applying perfectly to our next guest, not just any guest. I want you to cast your mind back for a second. If I give you the name Andile Somdaka, I know you're going, hang on, I know that name. Of course I know that name. I'll tell you why you know Andile Somdaka, of course. He was cooking for Madiba, and he's with us on the show this morning. Good to have you with us. This is phenomenal. We're going to talk about this
definitely, yes, yeah,
in a moment. But you were feeding the father of the nation. How was that?
Very, very lucky I was. And, yeah, it was nice. And I never actually realized how big it was until I left the office. You know, so I was just humbly doing my job.
And part of you doing, I mean, that's a pretty cool job to have, let's be very honest. So who chose the food? Did he just rely on you to do it? Or did you come to Madiba and go, listen, here's what I think you're going to like?
You know, we were working in collaboration with a lot of people because there was household and there was Office of the President, which was I was actually running in Cape Town in Rondebosch at the Grootskere estate. So there was household in Johannesburg where Sis Collins was working as a household chef, not a chef per se. So me, I was actually stationed in the Office of the President, official President office, as his personal chef. So yeah, so I collaborated with closest colleagues, so I collaborated with the doctors. So I never really chose the food, but I initiated dishes also.
So did you have to apply for the job, or were you just in the right place at the right time?
No, I applied for the job and I went for interviews. And actually, I remember I was working at the St. Julian Hotel in Sea Point in Cape Town. Yeah, so I went to Parliament. My first interview took place in Parliament, and I was all dressed up in the chef's uniform as a young man. And yeah, I was interviewed, and I was also called to go to Pretoria also for the second interview. And yeah, that's it. And then I was employed. And
so that's the Madiba job side of what you do. But let's be honest as well. I've heard people refer to it like this: heeding your own power as well. What do we mean by that? I've heard people say that when they refer to you as well. What does that mean to you, heeding your own power?
You know, been as a chef for more than 30 years now, and I've worked with people. I worked my way up, and I've encouraged and I've motivated and promoted people, and I've actually helped people to form the businesses. So I've been lucky enough to work with very nice group of people around me. And as I'm speaking to you now, I'm running a restaurant in Midrand. It's called eNCA restaurant. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, we're serving food. Actually, everything that is actually served there is inspired by what I used to serve Madiba.
I was about to ask you, so can we talk about the food?
Yes, definitely.
I want to ask you about France as well, because I know you were over in France a second ago as well, yes. So just a short while ago. What do we have here? Is this Madiba food?
Madiba used to love actually salmon beans and then roast chicken. But this chicken is actually more a farm chicken. This is mlekwalo. Okay. Yeah, mlekwalo is a farm chicken.
Wait, what other chickens do you get?
Second?
What other chickens do you get?
It's your normal broiler chickens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
used to love those broiler chickens, yeah. The roast chicken, because of it's more softer. This one is hard-bodied chicken. It's your farm chicken, the hard one. Yeah. Yeah, so here we have umfino served with that hard-bodied chicken. Okay. Yes. Here we have ox tongue. And this is, since it's also, we actually, I'm part and parcel of Heritage, Harvest Heritage initiative. We're trying to do our level best to promote South African food. Because of what happened is, when we have people coming from outside South Africa, they come to visit our country. We serve them European food, we serve them Italian food, we serve them Greek food.
They can get that in Europe. They're coming here for something different.
Even better. Now we are having this drive of trying to push our own South African food. And we got as a group of chefs put together by people of the industry and working with people from the rural areas of South Africa who are actually promoting the indigenous, like this dish. This is called Xhosa, this thing. The spade is called lerotse. Okay. And in English it's called wild melon. the Karoo melon. Yeah, this is exactly.
I've heard of the Karoo melon. I didn't know the other name.
This is indigenous from South Africa.
So when someone comes in from overseas and you introduce them to this, what's their general reaction? Because they're not coming here to, as you say, to have Greek food. They can have that at home.
Even better in Greece.
Okay.
Yeah, because they use their own local wild oregano, which we don't have in South Africa, except we can have it as dry. So now we have to put our own best foot forward and promote our own foods. And ox tongue, you can find it all over the world. But how we cook it here in South Africa, that's what makes it a South African dish.
And this is why I think if someone comes to the restaurant, for example, this is what they're going to be expecting from you as well. If Madiba was here today, which is the one that you think he would go for? He must have had a favorite.
I was not going to serve him this. The roast chicken. I was going to serve him the ox tongue if Madiba was around.
That's the one he would have actually gone for.
I was going to serve him that. That thing is bad. That thing sells like there's no tomorrow at my restaurant.
Oh, so where is it? In Midrand?
In Midrand. Coraliva in Olifantsfontein Road, Shantytown.
See, I think I know where people are going to be going for lunch this weekend.
Yes.
I'm going to say goodbye to you in just a moment, but I want to talk about, I mean, you obviously do a lot of work, not just as a chef. You weren't just Madiba chef. Young chefs coming through these days. I speak to quite a few people in the tourism industry, hospitality. We're losing a lot of chefs overseas. What's your view on trying to keep them here and become another Andile?
It's important. That's what we're doing now. It's important that we put not our interest first. We put young people's interest first. We've been also involved in the skills development training in Palabora and in Marola Festival. We have this thing that was taking place every year, training young people, and then also getting involved, being invited outside South Africa to go and work with young people, West Africa, Central Africa. We were in Ukraine 2019, in Kyiv. That's why I'm so upset that there's war there. I worked with amazing young people there in Ukraine, where we were teaching them the self-sustain, how to grow your own vegetable, how to cook your own indigenous Ukraine food.
Taste.
Every time, it's coming back to, because I'm very, very jealous of our own South African food. Every time when people come to South Africa, please guys, let's put our best foot forward and serve South African food.
Where do people find you on socials? I want to send people to come find you. Apart from the restaurant, eNCA, where are you? Are you on social media?
There's eNCA restaurant page. And there's also Chef Andile Somdaka on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
See, you can almost smell the food. Andile, thank you very much.
Thank you very much
for coming in, for joining us this morning. So Andile Somdaka, I mean, needs absolutely no introduction at all. That is the food that Nelson Mandela would have had as we continue to celebrate Mandela Month as well. The dish was the chicken dish. That's the one he loved as well. We're heading up very quickly to 8 o'clock. I want to take you over to your weather as well and see what's in store for you this weekend.